Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 22nd of October. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes. Hey Doug, I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it and transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, great. Let's have a look at ES, which made progress. Albeit marginal. I was saying the sell signals were suggesting more consolidation than rise, and we saw a rise that was mainly consolidation. So we do have a possible little level top here. Honestly, it's pretty small. I'm not thinking this would be particularly exciting, even if it did play out. It might play out today. Today is the only bearish leading day this week. So we will see, and this would be a good day to obviously make these sell signal targets if they're going to make target. So I'm thinking we might see a bit of a retracement today. We will see. Bigger picture, I'm expecting to see a retest of this high, and I'm expecting, well, I think we'll have an inflection point there, and there's a pretty decent chance we'll be setting up double tops or larger patterns to fail not too soon afterwards. Okay, NQ again almost made it back to the high, not quite. RTY. RTY, we've got a weak 6-minute sell signal. It's reached the possible near miss target. Kind of looks like a bull flag forming. NQ also kind of looks like a bull flag forming. YM actually went back and retested the high. Doesn't look as though it quite made it here, or it's marginal, but it did definitely make it on the RTH chart. DAX has broken up from this falling megaphone, which is probably too large to be a flag, but I'm still thinking might deliver a retest of this high. This kind of looks like a little level top as well, like the ES one, but a little larger. But I'm not really reading much into it. I think this is likely a bullish consolidation. ESTX has already retested the high. And we've got a potential level top here, although that may obviously get less impressive as ES and NQ get to retest their highs too. Okay, let's have a look at. Hang on, just as a quick aside, how long will the government shutdown last? We were at 45. I think we were at about 44 days a couple of days ago. Then went down 35 days when it looks as though the Republicans might start negotiating with the Democrats, and it's drifting back up at the moment. All right, hang on. Let's just move up. Let's just open up the equity charts. Bear with me a moment. So at the moment, there doesn't seem to be, it seems to be mainly rhetoric from the Republicans. I think they're thinking they own all the branches of government, so they don't see why they should have to negotiate with anyone. I think they'll probably end up having to negotiate with someone, but it might take a while. All right, looking at the daily chart, SPX is obviously closed 2 days now back above the daily middle band. That is a break and confirm. And we've got the same thing on Qs, where we've actually got 2 days above the daily middle band, and on Dia. And IWM is looking pretty solid as well. Dia had a bit of a shoot up here and got back over the daily upper band and pretty close to the 3SD upper band. And you'll notice that we've seen this happen pretty regularly on Dia. This immediate consolidation here, immediate consolidation here, immediate consolidation. I'm thinking we're not quite at that level yet, but if we reach that, then there's a pretty strong history of immediate consolidations when that's hit. We will see how that goes, but I am expecting to see a little higher, but I'm not expecting to see a lot higher on most of these. In terms of the short term, on the hourly chart, there is a weak RSI 5 sell signal fix, so I haven't got it marked in. And we've got, on the 15-minute chart, we've got an RSI 14 sell signal fix. These, again, are suggesting a bit of downside, which we may well see. Looking at the Qs, nothing really. RSI 14 sell signal, which is fixed. Don't think we had any signals on Dia. Nope, we don't, because that spike up here has not been retested. Looking at IWM, in a moment. All right, looking at IWM on the daily chart, where we've had 2 closes, opens and closes nowhere near the daily middle band, which is encouraging. On the hourly chart, we've got an RSI 5 sell signal fix again, but that's pretty much reached the possible near miss target. And on the 15-minute chart, we've got an RSI 14 sell signal fix, but that's also pretty much reached the possible near miss target. I'm less certain we're going to see a retest of the high here on IWM, but I am leaning very strongly towards that on SPX and Qs, and we get, as soon as we see those, we're in an inflection point where this could roll over. And obviously with Chinese issues in the background and with the government shutdown in the background, this wouldn't be a bad time to do that. All right, looking at DAX. DAX has seen a solid break and a confirmation of the close back above the daily middle band. I'm kind of leaning towards seeing a retest of this high, but it's further away than the others, so maybe. The Europeans do tend to do their own thing in terms of direction a lot of the time, though. Nikkei has gone higher. I don't have an obvious level for this to stop out at. Obviously, my wedge has been left significantly behind, and it is arguable that I've actually got a pattern breaking up here with a target in the 57,000 area. So we will see how that goes. We have got a possible RSI 14 sell signal brewing, and not a bad one. So we will see how that goes. But at the moment, I'm mainly watching to see where this lands, because when it does, I'll be seeing whether we've got a bigger picture trend line. At the moment, the answer to that is no. All right, great. So we will see how that goes. Let's have a look at DX. Right, DX. I'm looking across at the currency pairs. I was looking at these on the bigger picture this morning, and I'm liking this to go back up and to retest the high, and very possibly to go up afterwards. USD, liking a retest of the low here, and of course we've got this head and shoulders, which is broken down with a target at a retest of the August low at 1.39. On GBP USD, that's heading lower at the moment as well. Sell signal made target. USD JPY, this really looks like a bull flag megaphone. It's nice, and it's broken up. This has an obvious target at a retest this high. This looks like a bull flag forming. That has an obvious target at a retest of that high. Australian dollar, this looks like a bearish consolidation, which would have an obvious target at a retest of this low, basically, and this looks like a bear flag. So really, everything's lining up on the dollar likely goes up. I'm thinking it's probably going to break up from the double bottom, and then I'm thinking it's probably going to go to the 104 and change target, and then we've got a decision to make where we may well see a fail at a bigger inflection point. All right, ZB, nice looking nested double top here at the moment. This is a significant inflection point on bonds. If we see a hard fail here, then that's going to say a lot of things on the bigger picture charts. So this is a very obvious inflection point. Equally, if we break up here, that again is going to send a message on the bigger picture charts. So I'm leaning towards a fail. We will see how it goes. ZN retested this high. Nice looking overall double top. Nice looking short-term double top. Again, nested double tops. Looking at CL. CL, we've got a nice looking falling wedge here, and we're getting pretty close to resistance. The buy signal made target. HO, we've already broken up from that resistance, and we've got a possible IHS here, which is broken up with a target in about the 2.26 area. On RBOB, we've broken up from the falling wedge there. I've been leaning towards seeing a rally here, and this is what I've been leaning towards seeing. So I'm leaning towards seeing more of a rally here, possibly a retest of the low afterwards, probably a retest of the low afterwards, but not necessarily. NG, we are reaching potential resistance here. Now on the smaller pick, on purely the November chart, which is expiring in about, well, I think we're going to be transferred over in about a week. We've got a nice 60-minute sell signal fixed here, and we're reaching a possible level here to have a double bottom break up. But I got to say, this doesn't exist on the bigger picture chart. On the bigger picture chart, we've got an IHS which broke up a while ago with the target in the 3.7 area. So that really is the target here, I think. We're getting pretty close to that. We will see. But we've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed. We might see some retracement. GC, we had a double top. I was talking about it yesterday morning. It broke down. It's got a target in the 3975 area, and we are most of the way to that. I'm thinking we're probably going to reach it. We've got a weak 60-minute buy signal fixed. As soon as we retest this low, we've got a full-size 60-minute buy signal brewing. So watching that with interest. Shut up, Pepper. Sorry, the dog. SI, we've got a possible head and shoulders forming here. I'm watching this level of support. We've got a weak 60-minute buy signal fixed, and we got another potential one on the palladium chart. So I'm watching for a possible right shoulders to form here. Not got the same on platinum, but we have got another 60-minute buy signal and another one on palladium, of course. On HG, I'm still looking, I think, for a bullish consolidation with a retest of the high before possible double top breaking down towards the retest of this low here at 4.38. I'm quite liking that. So KC still drifting higher, ignoring the 60-minute sell signal so far, though it hasn't failed yet. I'm leaning towards this going a bit higher, ideally into about the 441 area, I think. On SB, we've got a potential level bottom here, weak 6-minute buy signal fixed, which hasn't done anything so far, but I was looking for a retest this low, and now we've got it. On CC, this kind of looks like a bear flag, might see a break up over it, and might see a reversal pattern form, but bigger picture, I'm still leaning short. CT has broken up from an IHS with a target in the 65-70 area. I'm quite liking the chance of that making target. Lumber, I think this is topping out for a reversal back down to here. I think this is a flag. Do I have a decent trend line? Nope. But I think this is a bear flag anyway, and we're breaking down from it. We might just be setting up an alternative, less steep support, but bigger picture, I'm leaning short in any case. On ZW, we've got an IHS which has broken up with the target in the 511.75 area. That hasn't failed and isn't close to failing, and I'm leaning towards that making target. On corn, we're failing at resistance here so far, but this looks like a bull flag forming. If this gets up over this level here, then likely we see a retest of the high in the this high in the 431 area. On soy, we are testing a big resistance trend line here, and we've got a full size 60-minute sell signal fix. Sorry, I hadn't marked that. It's a full size one. On ZL, this looks like a bear flag forming. On live cattle, I'm leaning towards seeing a retest of the high next. And lean hogs, this is the possible bull flag, but definitely a falling megaphone breaking up. Possible bottoming action here. I think we're setting up for a decent rally. Weak 6-minute buy signal is fixed, but I'm expecting to see more than that. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions. Okay, I will have a look. All right, no worries. I'll fix that on today's one. Brilliant, thanks, mate. Okay, no other questions. In that case, that's a wrap. Everyone, take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.